take this question. Let's take this question. This question says that minimize this function f, which is a four variable function, and simplify it as product of sum. Product of sum is POS form. As soon as you see POS form, you now have to convert any question into form, the other form which we learned about, where max terms are there. We remember this pi sign, big pi sign, and then in bracket all the max terms will be there. Let's say if a question is given directly in max term form, you will start from there onwards. But in some cases, if it is not given in max term form, then you will convert the mean term form into the max term form. How you are going to do it? We will use the property of complementing. Okay, we know that mean terms and max terms are complement of each other. Okay, so if you remember, then we learned this thing that m j is equals to capital M J dash. If any number is included in the mean term, then it cannot be included in the max term. Or if you are just want to restate this statement, then any number which is included in mean term, all the rest of the numbers will be included in the max term. Okay. So similarly, we are going to use this analogy to determine our max term representation. F can be represented as max term in this way. So it's a four variable function f, that means total how many number of mean terms, 2 to the power 4, that means total 16. That means the number will start from 0 and it will go up to 15. Okay, so 0 to 15. If anything is there in the mean term box, then it is a mean term. If it is not there in this mean term box, then that is going to be a max term. So let's start searching the missing numbers. 0, 1, 2. What is missing? 3 is missing. Next, 4 is also missing. 5 is there. 6, 7 are missing. 8 is there. 9 is there. 10 is there. 10 is there. So, बोल अब हो गया. अरे बोल अब तू डिस्टर्ब कर दिया. मैं बाद में स्टार्ट करूंगा. अरे रिचार्ज करना था. मैं कर दूंगा. मैं ले लेता हूँ पहले तो. फिर खटका वाला जल्दी बंद करो ना, so that I can start. Okay, so now we'll start searching for all the missing mean terms. If anything is missing in the mean term box, then that will be a max term. Let's start searching. 0, 1, 2, 3 is missing, so it means it is a max term. 4 is missing, that's a max term. 5 is there in the mean term. 6, 7 are missing, 6, 7 are max term. 8, 9, 10 are there, and the rest of the number 11, 12, 13, 14, and the last number 15. All these are what? All these are max terms. So now by doing this, we will now have our function f in terms of max terms. Okay, so if the question directly gives you this, then you will start the POS solution. But if it, in case if it gives you in mean term form, then you will convert into max term form, and then you will proceed from here onwards. Okay, so the first procedure is the getting this max term form, and then we will again start with the skeleton 4 variable k map, total 16 boxes. We will write exactly the same thing, everything which we used to do. The skeleton will be exactly same. A be here, C be here, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. Numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, sorry, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. I hope I have named them correctly. Okay, now let's move forward. Now just look at the max terms. Max terms are represented as 0 in the KMap. Place 0 in this. Let's start placing 0 wherever this KMap bracket is there. In all these numbers, we will place 0. 3, 4, 6, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, sorry. We place 0. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. In all the rest of the places, 1 will be there. Okay. So you can do like this, or the alternate method will be what? Alternate method will be just plot all the ones using this mean term form, and then in the rest of the places you can place 0. But for SOP, you have to concentrate only and only on the zeros. Now we will try to include these zeros in the biggest possible boxes. The creation of boxes and other rules are exactly same for zeros for SOP form. It is just exactly as SOP form. For POS also, we are going to make pairing, but instead of 1, we are making pairs of 0. The rules are exactly same. Look at the zeros and try to pair them. How some pairings are very obvious here. Okay, so you can make a pairing like this. Use a different marker. A pairing like this. Pairing like this. These two ones are remaining. Okay, so instead of including them in a pair of 2, what we can do, we can include them in a pair like this, and open bracket, a bigger bracket of 4. Okay, so these are the 3 boxes which include all the 0. Now we will name them properly. Let's try and write the answer. F is equal to. Now here comes the difference. Pairing process is exactly same, but naming is going to be slightly different. Here we have to get the answer in POS form, means product of sum. Each individual term will be a sum term and they will be multiplied with each other. That means first term will be a sum term for one box, for second box also another sum term, third term also another sum term, and they all are multiplied with each other. These 3 terms will be multiplied with each other. And within these brackets, they are sum terms, means different variable will be added together. Okay, any variables, they all will be added together. Okay, so this is the difference. Another difference is, if you want to name these boxes, the first part of the process is exactly same. Try to find out the, I think I have done a mistake here also while naming it. 1 0 1. Okay, so now the naming first step is exactly same. Try to find out the common variable. But the change is, here if the common is, let's say, 1, then this 1 is going to represent the complemented version, the variable complement. Okay, let's say it is A, so it will be represented, 1 will represent A bar and 0 will represent, just remember this. Okay, now let's just try and name this box the straight box. Okay, here for this box, AB is common, AB is common, and its value is 1 1. Okay, and C and D, it is all varying, so C and D will not be there in its answer for this particular box, the box containing 12 13 14 15, the straight box. Okay, the horizontal box. So if you want to name them, then A and B variable will be there. But 1, 1, that means I just told you 1 represents here in POS form, it represents the complement form. So A bar. Now this A bar, previously we used to multiply different variables. Now here we are going to add A bar plus B bar because the value of B is also 1. Okay. So now this is the name for this horizontal box. Now just concentrate on the vertical box. In vertical box, A, B value is changing, but C, D value is exactly same for all for this entire box. And the value of CD is what? 1, 1. And here 1 represents the complement form. So C bar will be there and D bar will be there. And they will be added together because it's a POS form. C bar plus D bar. Now look at the third box. Third box containing 4, 6, 12 and 14. Here if you compare AB, then common is B and its version is 1. Hence B bar plus compare the two other numbers CD 0, 0 and 1, 0. Common is D and its value is 0. That means normal form. Okay. So just do it patiently, very, very slowly. Remember, it's a POS form. 1 represents complement version and 0 represents normal version. Okay. So if you do this properly, then ultimately you are going to get this minimized version, and this minimized function is a POS form, product of sum terms. All these individual terms are actually sum terms. Here different variables are being added together, and this bracket, one bracket is one sum term. Similarly, here three terms are there. They all are what? They all are multiplied with each other. Okay, so this is how we have to do the POS format. Okay, now the last step which we did, that you can implement this particular POS form also as two level gates, but here the use of gate will be slightly different. Here what we have to do, we have to first perform the addition. Here see, each individual term, they will be added first and then at last they will be multiplied. So the first layer will be what? It will be OR gates, different OR gates. With these OR gates, we are going to generate different sum terms. And then at last there will be one big AND gate which will multiply all these different sum terms. Okay, so let's just try and implement this particular function. So there will be one OR gate which will multiply A bar and B bar, sorry, which will add A bar and B bar. Second OR gate which will add C bar and B bar. Third OR gate which will add B bar and D. All these three sum terms will now be multiplied by this AND gate, and finally here we are going to get the function result function f. So this is the two level implementation, gate implementation of the given function f, and given function f in POS form. So if POS form is given, this sort of procedure you have to apply first the OR gates and then the AND. Whereas in case of SOP, first AND gate and then OR gate. Okay. Just remember these two things. Now you have to try so many different questions and try to hone in your skills about KMF simplification. Try both sort of questions, SOP forms also and POS forms also. If you have any doubts, you can ask me anytime. You can mail me or you can ping me in Google Classroom. Okay. Now the last topic is don't care condition. Okay. That with that topic we are going to conclude this particular KMF topic. Don't care condition. So in reality, what happens if you're designing a digital circuit? So there are so many different inputs, set of inputs which can be applied to a digital circuit, and then there are corresponding outputs. There are some cases where you are very certain that for certain number of inputs, if the input is given like this, then I want the output to be 1. And you are also certain that for these set of inputs, I want the output to be 0. Okay. But for rest of the options, you don't care. If either it is 1 or 0, your functionality will not change. Okay, so there will be some situations like this. In these situations, you will not utilize all the possible input connections. There will be some input connections which you don't care about. Okay, so just for example, let's say this is a we are now trying to design a 3 variable digital circuit, and in this digital circuit, according to the requirement, there are few solid ones which you are very certain about, and there are few zeros which you are certain about that here for these particular set of inputs I want 0. But two options are there. See, this option and this options are there, which doesn't make any difference to your circuit design. Whether for this combination the output is 1 or 0, you don't care about it. Similarly, for this combination also, it can either be 1 or 0, you don't care about it. If such situations are there, then what we do, we utilize these don't care condition to minimize our Boolean function. Okay, and how we are going to do it, that is what we are going to learn now. So if there is a don't care condition in truth table, we represent it by X, a cross node. So both of these don't care conditions are to be represented as cross. Okay. And if you just want to write this particular Boolean function as a mathematical representation, then this f, which is a variable of x, y, and z, here it is sum of mean terms. Which mean terms? The mean terms are 0, 1, 2, and then 4, 0, 1, 2, and 4. And there are some don't care conditions. What are the don't care conditions? Don't care conditions are represented as small d, and in bracket all the don't care conditions. What are the don't care condition? The don't care condition is 3. This is the mean term number 3. And where is the other mean? Here, this is another mean term, which is 6. 3 and 6 are the don't care condition. Most of the time, you get the question in this form directly. But I just wanted to tell you in truth table also that what do you mean by this exact function. Okay. So here, if you get some question like this and there is a special mention of don't care condition, then what you're going to do, you're going to follow first few steps very exactly, which you used to do earlier, and then we are going to do some things differently. Okay, so let's start solving this question. 3 variable k map, the skeleton will be exactly same. X here, y z here, 0 1, other possibility 0 0, 0 1, 1 0, 1 1, the numbers 0 1, 2 3, 4 5, 6 and 7. Skeleton is done. First step, mark mean terms. Start marking mean terms. 0 1 2 4. 0 1 2 4. These are the mean terms. What are the don't care conditions? Don't care conditions are 3 and 6. In 3 and 6, here I am going to mark cross 3 and 6. In rest of the places, I will write 0. Okay. First mark mean terms and then don't care. In rest of the places, you will mark 0. Okay. Now, if we want to minimize in SOP form, then what we are going to do? We will try to use a particular don't care condition if it will help us minimize. So if that X helps you to include a particular number in bigger box, then you will use it. Otherwise, you will not mind it. Okay. So just try and include a don't care condition if you can maximize a particular box. So see here, if I include this don't care condition in box number 3, I can actually make a bigger box like this. I can include this don't care condition because don't care condition is either I can take it as 1 or 0. So here I am considering it as 1 and I am including it in the yellow box. Okay. Now this 1 is remaining. This 1 in the box number 4 is remaining. So we should try to include this one in the biggest possible box. And in order to do that, if you want to use a don't care condition, you can use it. And here we can take help of this don't care condition at box number 6. What we can do, we can make a box like this. That will help us in including this one in box number 4 to be included in the bigger box, a box of 4. Okay. So here you have utilized the don't care condition and minimized your Boolean function. The answering will be exactly same. We'll write the answer similarly. F is equals to, for the yellow bar box, the answer will be X bar, plus for the blue box, the answer will be, what is common? Z is common and the value is 0. So Z bar. So this is going to be the answer. And here you have included don't care so that your function gets minimized further. Okay, this is how you are supposed to use the don't care condition. Now let's try one question of 4 variable. So this is a 4 variable K-map question and this is the don't care condition. A, B, C, D, these are the mean terms, these are the don't care condition. Let's start solving it. Here I am just assuming that the question says SOP form. You have to minimize in SOP form. I will draw the big K-map. A, B, C, D, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. After making this skeleton and different markings, we'll start our solution. Mean terms, all mean terms will be represented by 1, 1, 3, 7, 11, 15. And where are the don't cares? Don't cares are 0 and 5. So 0 and 5. Where are the don't cares? In rest of the places, you can place 0 if you want. Okay. Otherwise, it is understood that there are zeros. So now let's try and make biggest possible box. So here one box is very straightforward. You can see this box. Okay, this box actually does not include any don't care, but that's all right. It is not necessary to include all the don't care conditions. Here we have to concentrate on the ones only. We have to try to include these ones in biggest possible box. So this box was the straightforward one, and then next this one is remaining. We don't have to bother about the remaining two x's. We just have to focus on the one remaining one in the box number 1. So if I use the don't care in box number 5, then actually I can include this one in a box of 4. So I can make a box something like this that includes this one in a box of 4. Okay. So now with this, my solution is done. I have included all the ones in boxes. I don't need to bother about this don't care, because don't care means actually we don't care. If it is of any help, we will use it, otherwise we don't care. Okay, now we can start naming it. The solution F is equals to, what does the red box represents? The red box represents AB is waiting, only CD is there. So C, D, normal form, plus concentrate on the yellow box. Yellow block box, common is A bar, and on the CD it is D. So this is going to be the minimized SOP form. Okay, so this is how you have to solve K-map including node. Okay, so that's all in terms of K-map. I have tried to cover all the topics. Now it's up to you. Try questions from different books of different variables. Limit yourself to 4 variables because that is only in your syllabus. If you have any doubt, you can ask. So thank you everyone. If you have any doubts, you can actually ask me. You can mail me, or you can discuss it over Google Classroom as well.